there and welcome in the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for women's volleyball here on this Wednesday. College of the Canyons and College of the Deserts here from the Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage. I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you with us here today. College of the Canyons, they've lost 4 in a row coming into today's contest, trying to turn things around just a touch, as it's been a rough little struggle over the last 4. They opened the season 2-1, but then they've lost to Cerritos, Long Beach, San Diego Mesa, and Maricosta. They were swept by both Long Beach and San Diego Mesa during that time, and had 2 of their lowest attack games of the season against Long Beach and San Diego Mesa. It's really been a struggle on the offensive side for College of the Canyons over those last 4 games. They did get a good game out of Caitlin Nelson, who led the Cougars in the loss against Maricosta in terms of attacks, had 14 kills on 31 attacks and just 2 errors. She's had some struggles at the net as of late, though. Has been held 3 straight matches without a block, which that was one of her big pluses through the first handful of games during the season. On the other side for Desert, they come in having won 5 of their last 6. Their only loss to Orange Coast on September 5th, as they have been excellent under Detlef Roth, their head coach in their 11th season, ranked in the top 25 right now, ranked as the 7th team in the number 7 team in the state. They've swept 4 of those 5 wins in their last 6. Their efficiency numbers have been down over the last 2 matches, attacking at just 19.7%. Over those 2, attacking at 19.7% over the season, though, with which is 22nd in the 3C2A. 2 of their 3 losses against LA Mission this season. Clary Thomas has been their go-to on the offensive side and really all around the floor. 187 kills on 500 attacks this season. She also leads the team in digs with 148. Juliet Roth has done a good job running the offense, 327 assists as the primary setter. She's also got 32 service aces. And then Madison Duran with 25 block assists, 12 blocks solo, 35 of them total on the year. We'll step aside, and the opening serve coming up when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back in. Lee Smelser court inside the Cougar cage as we get ready for College of the Canyons and College of the Desert here from COC. Starting lineups for both sides for College of the Desert: Faith Robinson, Jackie Leon, Clary Thomas, Leslie Delgado, Juliet Roth, and Madison Duran, with Mariah Escobedo as the libero. For College of the Canyons: Adriana Pecas, Caitlin Nelson, Allison Wykowski, Morgan Dumlau, Martina Nevileff, with Cami Colley serving as the libero today. Little change as they think they're going to move Addison DeGard out onto the edge. She has worked as a libero for most of the year, but may work in as a defensive specialist here today, with Canyons missing Savannah Anaya, and it seemed as though Jasmine Munoz was in street clothes on the bench as well. Both of them did not play in the match against Mira Costa, so some adjustments going on for Clay Timmons and company as we are ready to get underway here. College of the Canyons, College of the Desert. Desert in their red jerseys with yellow numbers, Canyons in their whites with the blue numbers and the yellow trim. Morgan Dumlau will serve to start things off for COC. As we will go to work, Dumlau this season, 15 service aces, 11 service errors. That's been an issue for Canyons this year. The aces and the errors on the service line. There's a block at the net on a soft tip by Delgado. Ball played over and a kill for College of the Desert. Replay did not take. We apologize. We'll stick back over. So 2-0 here in favor of Desert. One in favor of Desert here. Sorry, fixing some technical issues, but it looks like we're back fixed here. Make it 3-1 here in favor of Desert. And Ricardo coming in to serve. Ricardo 13 aces, 10 errors on the season. For Desert this year as a collective, 89 aces, just 70 errors, 13th in the state in terms of the ace numbers this season. Canyons did not get anything going offensively, and then through the block, Juliet Roth from the back line gives Desert the point. Nelson tried to go up for the single. No handle serve. Canyons will go inside to Nelson. She's stuffed at the net. Double there for Desert. 5-1 in favor of the Roadrunners. As Cardle back serving once again. This one going to be a service ace mishandled by Sophia Miranda, so make it 6-1. Desert out to an early lead here. First set just underway. College of the Canyons, College of the Desert. Here from Lee Smelser court inside the Cougar cage. Desert another free ball opportunity, and they'll score another one in. Off the near side this time. setting Clary Thomas, and you can see her ability, and already a timeout for Clay Timmons. He wants to discuss things. Desert out to an early 7-1 advantage here from Lee Smelser. Court will step aside.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Early 7-1 advantage for College of the Desert. They have had the better of it here early. The Cougars have yet to really find a rhythm. On the offensive side, have really not had any clean looks. The only good swing so far, Caitlin Nelson, and that one was actually blocked at the net. So Desert with an early advantage, 7-1, will stay with the Amber Gardle serve. Gardle, her 28th set played of the season. Canyons will try and set Sophia Miranda, and it's blocked, and the point goes to Desert once again, as Canyons didn't have any follow-up help. You take another look here. Miranda just kind of there, couldn't get herself back over to it, and it's another stuff block for Desert. Nevelef will have to try and bump set this one to Miranda from the back line, dug out by Desert. Now set Thomas, plays it over, and Dumlau was there to handle. Nevelef to the back line, no. Desert will set weak side this time, or Hanley couldn't do much with it, and then a long shot from Miranda. So a 9-1 run to open up here. Desert, in terms of blocks this season, 8th best in the state coming in. 59 total blocks, 59 of them, or 59 assisted blocks, 29 solo blocks. That's a 17th and 11th respectively, as they've got a service ace, and Canyon desperately needs to get out of this rotation. They'll change out Sophia Miranda for Anna Chatovich on the back line to try and turn things and change them up just a bit. 10-1 in favor of Desert here early on in the first set. Cami Colley will handle the serve. Nevelef will get a swing, and that's the first really good offensive attack for Canyons today, as Nevelef scores the point. Caitlin Nelson back serving. 4 aces, 13 errors on the season. Stuff at the net from Canyons that time, as Paykiss along with Chatovich up to make sure Hanley couldn't drive it through. Back-to-back points for Canyons. They serve Clary Thomas here. They'll set to Thomas. She's stuffed at the net. Paykiss and Nevelef up for it that time. And the Cougars starting to come alive after a slow start. I think Nevelef going to really get credit for it. Should get credit for a solo there. Paykiss was a step behind on the help, and Nevelef just stuffed Thomas straight away. So 10-4 now. They'll set Thomas again, and she's blocked again. Nevelef and Paykiss up that time for it together. That time was much better set. See it nicely done from Canyons that time as we stay with the Caitlin Nelson serve. She's got a service ace. And the Cougars back within 4 now, trailing 10-6 here in the first set. Just underway, College of the Canyons and College of the Desert. For Nelson, her 5th service ace of the season. So it's right at Escobedo. Again, Desert goes to Thomas, and that time she's able to get it through the block and down. So back within 5 now are the Cougars. Escobedo back serving. 9 aces, 7 errors from the line this season. Nevalef from deep will just roll it across. Desert with another opportunity. Blocked, that time Pecos with the block. Linder will do the setting this time. Nevalef does not get a touch at the net. We'll take another look and see if there was anything there, but there is no replay here in the 3C2 race, so it won't much matter. Did not look like anything at the net. So we'll stay with Escobedo. Dumlau setting Chatovich. Canyons thinking there was a touch. Officials say no. See if we can slow it down and take a look. Didn't look like much of anything there. Make it 13-6 in favor of Desert now. So right when Canyons closed the gap to 4, Desert right back up to a 7-point lead. Make it a 6-point lead as Adriana Pecos gets a kill. Martina Nevalef back to serve here. Nevalef 2 aces, 2 errors. Thomas will get the set once again. Roth providing the bump set that time. And Thomas able to fly right through, as you see on the replay there. Errant on 2 that time from Desert. Roth was trying to catch the Canyons defense sleeping and put it into the net. And a Chatovich back to serve for College of the Canyons here. Hasn't had many service opportunities this season, and that shows with no aces, no errors. Canyons a little miscommunication. Landon Poyer in working as the setter right now. And an errant contact against the net on Desert gives the point to Canyons. 14-9 here in favor of Desert. We'll stay with the Chatovich serve. Canyons having to make some adjustments, as usually it's Morgan Dumlau and Jasmine Munoz that work in tandem as the setters. But with Munoz on the bench in street clothes, it forces some movement around, and Poyer had been working as the setter before the match. Works as it here, sets up Wykowski nicely, and Canyons will get the point. Nicely done, back within 4. Chatovich sending that one deep. Escobedo handles, that's a long set. And Canyons will get a point on just a tough play from Desert. And a timeout by Detlev Roth wants to talk things over, as really that one was a tough set for Juliet Roth, trying to send it all the way across the floor from the back far corner. Not much she can do. We'll take the timeout with them here. 11-14. Canyons trailing Desert.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health. Begins with you, UCLA Health.
The guard out onto the edge. She has worked as a libero for most. Time was much better to really find a rhythm. So we work back inside the Cougar cage here. Canyons trailing Desert. 14-11. Canyons will get a set here. Pecos just a soft touch, and that'll score well for Canyons that time. Cougar just a little inside set that time. Cougars back within 2 now after a 9-1 opening run from College of the Desert. Thomas will punch it over. Hoyer will back set this time to Wykowski. Didn't get a good swing at it, but Desert didn't do a very good job of passing, so they force a free ball across. Wykowski again, sorry, it was actually Moreno on the initial swing. This one punched over by Thomas. Long rally back and forward here. Pecos didn't get good contact. Thomas will bump it into a space. Nicely done by Thomas, but they say net contact by Desert that time. Gives Canyons the point, and they're back within 1. I believe checking to make sure everything looks correct, and it is. 14-13 as they did call net contact, I believe, on, I want to say Thomas ran into the net on that off speed. She'll go full this time and rips it across. And that'll send Clary Thomas back to serve. 14 aces, 12 errors on the season for her. Good serve, tough handle from Linder. Canyons will have to go off speed with it as Wykowski didn't get a good look. Thomas from the back row will just play it across. Here's Moreno this time. Thomas digs it out. Pecos tries to pop it back over. Desert able to clean it up. Then a block at the net. A joust at the net and a point for Canyons. As really nobody touched it on the joust. It just kind of fell harmlessly to the floor on the Desert side. Canyons back with a 1, trailing 15-14 here in this first set. Sammy Linder back to serve. Linder hasn't had many opportunities this season in terms of service. Canyons, good job defensively on that last offensive set for Desert. They do a good job here, as do both sides, really. And then Canyons never gets it back over the net. Long rally, neither team really got a good swing. And we're going to change out here. Cami Colley will sub in for Sammy Linder. Libero's changing positions, and Jackie Leon back to serve. 1 ace, 4 errors on the season for Leon. She'll ship it across. Tough pass. Canyons did all they could to keep the ball in play. They nearly had a stuff at the net, but good job coming up from behind by Desert, and they'll get the fill and a finish, excuse me. I want to say it was Clary Thomas again from the back line. It looks like it indeed was off the replay. 17-14 the score in favor of Desert. Leon, who didn't play in the first 7 matches of the season, getting some work in here today. Miscommunication from the Cougars in the back line. Service ace for Leon, her 2nd of the year. Clay Timmons says, we want to talk things over here with an 18-14 score. So Canyons out of their timeouts. Desert with 1 left here in the first set. 18-14 in favor of Desert. Here from Lee Smelser Court. opportunities this season in terms of service. Canyons, good job defense. So we go back to work inside Lee Smelser court at the Cougar cage. Desert leading 18-14 here. They'll have a free ball attack opportunity. Delgado couldn't get it to fall. Canyons will set Moreno, dug out by Leon. Overpass, and Caitlin Nelson with the tap back that time. Nelson gets going. That bodes well for Canyons. She can certainly affect the game at the net. 3 matches with 10 or more kills this season. She had no blocks in the last 3, as we mentioned in the pregame, but she was the best attacker for Canyons against Mira Costa. Hoping to kind of get her going again. Good inside attack that time from Desert as they set Madison Duran, who is usually patrolling the net and creating issues for the opposition. Duran this season, like we said, 35 total blocks. She averages 3 blocks and wins, but only 4.3 kills in the Desert wins this season. Net violation on Canyons. Make it 20-15 in favor of Desert. Roth with her 32 service aces. Back there serving. Sends it deep. Tough handle for Chatovich. Rolled over by Nelson and scores. Desert kind of just slow to the party on that one, interestingly enough. Almost like they expected Nelson to pop it up in the air, and she just kind of rolled it right over the top of the net and down. Will bring us to Amy Nono back to serve. 7 aces, 9 errors on the season. Talked about Canyons really struggling there. Errors are above the aces. 69 errors, 57 aces on the season. As there's a kill for Leslie Delgado, who's got 76 coming into the match today. Drives that one down. Delgado averages 2 kills per set. 21-16 now in favor of Desert. Serve coming from Amber Cardle. Service error on Cardle into the net. For Canyons through 7 games this year, the efficiency has been pretty good, 2.71. That's 15th best in the state as Nelson places one into the net. It's just been a matter of making sure they get the attack chances. When you look at Long Beach, the games against Long Beach and San Diego Mesa, they had 86 and 65 attacks, respectively. Those are the only 2 games they've been held underneath 100 attacks on the season. Their highest output was against Cerritos when they have 151, but they lost in 4 sets in that match. As they score a point here to keep the set in hand at the moment. As they can still try and chase Desert down, but they need a rally here on service, trailing 22-18. Nevelef will drive it in. Inside set that time for Jackie Leon. Not much Canyons could do down the middle that time as a well-played set that time from Desert. They lead by 5 once again. Faith Robinson back to serve. We weren't quite ready yet. The down official was talking to the table, I think talking to the libero tracking. Brendan Moskal down there tracking liberos for us, is usually our statistician for soccer. Service ace for Robinson, albeit in an awkward fashion. Canyons couldn't even get the ball back over the net. And set point number 1 here for Desert. Long set, doesn't get across the net as Moreno's swing didn't make it. And Desert takes the first set, 25-18 over College of the Canyons. We'll step aside for a break. More action when we come back. Desert a 1-0 lead as we get ready for second set action. Canyons one change on the libero front. Addison DeGard now with the libero jersey on. And Cami Colley has gone back into the traditional whites. Desert will start things. Juliet Roth back to serve. So Canyons look at the first point here of this set. Caitlin Nelson will serve to start things. Good deep serve from Nelson. Thomas couldn't handle. And a 2-0 advantage here in the second set for Canyons. Better start to this set than the last. Tool off the block that time by Cardle. Will now step back to serve. Canyons trying to get Sophia Miranda going. Good dig from Escobedo to keep the play alive. Now they tried to go inside to Madison Andrews. She got it blocked. It bumped off her head. Point still alive. DeGard plays it across. Desert will get a backline roll swing from Roth. And that's the kill. Weird point. Ball kind of pinballing around all over the place. We're even at 2 here in the second set. Slow to move on the serve that time was Miranda. An ace for Amber Cardle. Nevileff will get the swing this time, and they say in. We're not going to be able to see it on this replay view, unfortunately. That's the only view for replay we do have. Unfortunately, our system can only record one input at a time. Good dig that time from Riley Booth to keep the point alive, and Canyons will get the point out of it nonetheless. Miranda just bumping it across, and Desert had not rotated back around. So 4-3 in favor of Canyons. That starts with the Riley Booth dig. She only had 13 digs coming into today, but that one was a big one from the back row a few moments ago. Stuff block at the net that time. Dumlau and Andrews combining on it. Dumlau in that last game for Canyons, 5 kills on 9 attacks, had 5 blocks, 39 total assists, and 17 digs. She was all over the place in that match. No contact at the net that time. Dumlau has been the primary center at 139 in assists this season. Canyons, when they patrol the net well, they tend to be in matches. There's a solo block by Jackie Leon that time. And we are even at 5 here. For Canyons this season in their 2 wins. 10 blocks in their win against Irvine Valley, 8 blocks in their win against Cypress. They had 9 in a loss to Pasadena City, who's a very good squad. Almost a miscommunication. Nono, with a diving save. Inside to Leon, and she's going to have a kill. Escobedo serving, sends long. So we trade points, we trade leads, we're even at 6. Wykowski into the game for Canyons. Nono off the floor. Sophia Miranda back to serve. 7 aces, 13 errors on the season. Good serve from Miranda that time. Free ball played across. Chance for Canyons to get in on an attack. And Andrews will get credit. Ball was partially blocked at the net, but not enough. And we're staying with Sophia Miranda back serving. And I'll start it off. What was a really good serve from Miranda. Made it tough on the Desert receiving. Delgado from well deep had to just drive it over. Canyons will go to Wykowski. Soft touch kept up. Another chance for Canyons. Dumlau tried to go on 2. And well read by Faith Leon at the net that time. Or Jackie Leon, excuse me. Faith Robinson back serving. Wykowski going to let it rip that time. Not much Desert can do. Block was a half step behind on a solo. Wykowski drives it down. 8-7 Canyons. Addison DeGard, who didn't play in the first set here, now working as the libero, serving in this second set. Back row attack that time from Cardall into the net. Canyons with a 2-point advantage here. For DeGard, 10 aces, 9 errors this season. Leads the team in digs at 85. As should the libero most of the time. Thomas dug out, popped over. Desert will go Thomas again. This time off the top of the block, kept up. Wykowski, full speed, drives it off the block and down. Timeout in favor of Desert. Canyons with a 10-7 lead here in this second set. We'll step aside. Continued second set action when we come back.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Ten to 7 in favor of Canyons. Here as we continue in this second set. Actually get you back to the live camera here. We were stuck on replay for a moment. DeGard serving will drive it over. Free ball coming for Canyons. They set Wykowski, and she's starting to heat up here. Kind of a falling away swing that time from Wykowski, but it worked nonetheless, as Escobedo couldn't travel across to make the play. And then a service error on Canyons. Those errors just hurt, giving away points. Thomas back to serve. Errant pass. Dumlau popped it over the net to keep the point alive for the moment. Thomas from the back row dug out. Right back over on an overpass. Thomas again. Nelson that time got a hand on it to slow it down. Wykowski will just have to punch it across. And then Leon that time will finish the point for Desert. Sammy Linder couldn't dig that one out. Tried with the left hand. Thomas back serving again. Miranda from well deep just has to play it across. Good rip that time from Delgado. Nelson gets a swing kept up. Free ball played over. Canyons will get another look here offensively. They'll run it inside to Nelson, who had to go off speed with it. And Desert just competing to keep the point alive. Now Wykowski finishes. Nelson went full speed, then she had to go off speed, and then Wykowski on a full speed swing drives it in. 12-10 in favor of Canyons. 1-0 in favor of Desert. And Miranda scratched that Dumlau. Able to get it to where Desert couldn't make a good pass. Make it 13-10 here. To attack that time. Good dig by Dumlau. And Wykowski just plays it across on a free ball. Thomas, a true back row attack that time. You can see, I mean, you kind of have to know at all times where 7 is on the floor if you're the opposition for Desert, as Thomas can swing from any part of the floor and be dangerous, as we saw just a moment ago. All of a sudden, Desert back within one here, 13-12. Canyons in the lead. Jackie Leon back serving. Dumlau inside to Nelson, overpass, and then net contact. Delgado was just trying to make sure the overpass didn't get back onto Canyon's side cleanly. He was trying to make it so they would have to reset the offense and ran into the net in the process. Iminono, service in. Good swing that time from Leslie Delgado. Juliet Roth back serving. Miranda stuffed. Double was there that time. Hanley along with Duran at the net. And we're even at 14 all here in the second set. Nevileff high off the block. Hanley couldn't handle. Nevileff this season, 34 kills on 92 attacks coming in. Averages 2.27 kills per set. It's been quiet here today so far, but at times Martina Nevileff has really been the second option for Canyons. They'll get a block at the net with her and Madison Andrews on cue. They get 16-14. The initial option for Canyons at the start of the season was really Sophia Miranda, especially along the outside, and then Caitlin Nelson on their inside. Those are their 1 and 2. Nevileff has become the third option, but the second on the wings, we should say. That time does get a touch. Touch given here. We'll see if we can slow it down enough to see. It's hard to tell from our angle, but nonetheless a point for Canyons and a 3-point advantage. Oh, another block at the net. Ball I don't think ever got over. 4 touches on Desert, but there was a double there. Andrews and Nevileff, I believe, were combining for it. 18-14 Canyons in front. Timeout on the floor by College of the Desert. Will break with them.
You've tossed that same ball over and over and over for years, until maybe you overdo it. Our technology lets you heal quicker to keep you playing on.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the Shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
(18-14) Canyons leading. Caitlin Nelson back serving for the Cougars here. Delgado with first touch. Thomas off speed. Good job from Canyons to clean it up. Nevileff just trying to get it across the net, then had to keep it up as it was stuffed right back into her. Then Moreno with the swing. Give her the kill. A little behind on the replay that time. 19-14 Canyons. Delgado off speed. Nono cleans it up. Moreno high off the block. Thomas cleans it up. Delgado again, this time gets it through the block. As Andrews and Nevileff were just off the tape enough to let her get it through them and down. 19-15. Number Cardle back into serve. Sends it long. So an error on Desert. 5-point advantage here for Canyons. Desert will get a chance to set Thomas on the strong side. Blocked and held on the tape for a moment. Then Booth pops it over the net. Desert will set Thomas again. Booth another dig. And Moreno just rolls it across. Inside set that time works for Madison Duran. Didn't get all of it. The Canyons was just kind of out of sorts. Never got themselves into the right position. And Andrews was a split second ahead of the attack. and tried to block it as she was falling away from the net, and that just led to the point. Here's Escobedo back serving. Dumlau sets. Moreno that time. She's got the point for Canyons. A little punch across the net that time from Moreno. Moreno will go back to serve here. Thomas will get the swing. Booth initial on the dig, but couldn't keep it out, so won't get credit for it. Desert back serving. Faith Robinson will go to the line. 21-17. Canyons in front here in the second set, trailing 1-0. DeGard first handle. Canyons will have to play a free ball over. Desert did everything they could to clean it up. It was dangerous. And then Thomas finishes a kill. Timmons going to take a timeout. Not happy with the 21-18 advantage. Wants to make sure Canyons cleans things up here. (20-18) the advantage here for College of the Canyons in the second set. Stay with the Faith Robinson serve here. She's got a service ace. Moreno just whiffed. See a substitution here. Georgia Horwedel coming in to play in the back row for Canyons. And they'll serve right at Horwedel. And another service ace for Faith Robinson, and all of a sudden it's 21-20. DeGard handles this time. Canyons will set Madison Andrews, tipped across the net. Desert will set Faith Robinson, who goes with the power tip. All of a sudden, we're even at 21. Wachowski got it across the net and gets the point. DeGard now back to serve. Some water on the floor here. Thomas dug out by Wykowski. Orvidell just bumps it over. As Canyons never got into an offensive set. Point still alive for the moment. Good work by the Canyons defense. On 2 to guard the pancake. Wykowski keeps it alive. Thomas drives. Net contact on Canyons. Yep, you can see that net contact just on that last second of the touch. 22 all here. Wykowski off the top of the block. Another block at the net that time by Nelson. On a ball that was just trying to be punched over by Desert. Roth just trying to punch it across. And we'll go Morgan Dumlau serving 23-22. Never left. That one goes up off the roof, and that'll score for Canyons. Not much you can do if you're Desert. Canyons now with set point. That ball just kind of goes off the roof. Hit the stanchions. Flew back down, so Dumlau serving for the set here. Set point number 1. Thomas over and in. Orvidell, and you'll see it on the last second here. Thinks it's long, moves out of the way, and it just lands in. So 24-23, set point number 2 for Canyons. Clay Timmons wants to talk it over. Very important point here for College of the Canyons, trying to even this one at 1 set apiece. Remember, this is a Desert squad that comes in 7-3 on the year. 2 of their losses have come to LA Mission. The only other loss came to Orange Coast College. They got swept in that one, but they've been pretty dominant for the most part this season, and that's what's led to them having a top 25 ranking, sitting right now at number 10 in the state, excuse me. I think I said number 7, but number 10 in the state. Look at the state rankings right now. Feather River, Fresno City, San Joaquin Delta, San Diego Mesa. Then Mission, who has been excellent this year once again. OCC, Santa Monica, San Mateo, Pasadena City, and then Desert. So talk about all 3 of the losses, excuse me, for Desert have all come to top 10 teams that are higher than them in the standings. Canyons has evened it at 1 set apiece, though, with a Kate Nelson finish. And we go to the 3rd set, tied at 1-1 as Nelson finishes it off here from Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage. Welcome back in here, Lee Smelser court inside the Cougar cage as we get ready for third set action here. College of the Canyons and College of the Desert even at a set apiece. Cougars will start with the serve. Morgan Dumlau will lead it off for Canyons. Delgado blocked at the net by Nelson and Nevileff. Now Thomas from the back row didn't get it across, and it'll be a Canyons point. So Canyons starts the third set off with a point. Trying to continue the good feeling after that second set win. Here against the 10th ranked Desert Roadrunners. Moreno a diving dig. It was an overpass. Inside set. Duran couldn't get it through Sammy Linder. Desert now scrambling. Faith Robinson will play it over. Inside, Caitlin Nelson to the back corner, scores it. Stay with the Dumlau serve here. Serves Delgado. They'll set Delgado. Kept up by Linder and Moreno, but then Canyons took their eye off the ball and just had to play a free ball over. They do a good job, though, cleaning it up defensively. Now Nevileff off speed, and that'll work for Canyons. A little bit of a weird rally that time. And Nevileff just a little poke over the net on an off-speed play. And another point for Canyons, a 4-0 run here. As that time Delgado didn't get it across the net. She'll change out, Amber Cardle will come in. Pair of freshmen switch places. Morgan Dumlau back serving here. Good serve, Thomas with handle. Cardle into the block, kept up. Escobedo plays it across. One-handed set, net contact on Desert. Didn't matter anyway, Canyons got the kill. It just matters as it takes away a kill from Caitlin Nelson that time. Nothing here in this third set. Thomas kept up right at Dumlau. Linder with the set. Nevileff the swing. Scramble from Desert to keep the point going. Inside to Nelson. Too much to handle that time as she drills it. Faith Robinson couldn't handle. Detlev Roth a timeout. 6-0 opening run for Canyons here in the third set.
You leap so large, they call you hang time. But say, someday you catch a bad landing. Our advanced knee operations keep you playing on.
Six to nothing third set lead for College of the Canyons here. Their third home contest of the season. For Desert on the road this year, just 2-2. Struggled on the road in true road games. 3-1 in neutral site games and 2-0 at home. Canyons just 1-1 here at Lee Smelser Court. That one blocked on the Delgado swing. Tough set, another free ball over. Canyons will get another chance to run the offense. Wykowski, soft touch. Delgado pops it over. Canyons scrambling. Nevileff kept up by Robinson. Now Delgado across. Wykowski this time will get a chance to rip one. Desert scrambling to keep it alive and will not be able to. 7-0 run here in the third set to open. Staying on the Morgan Dumlau serve. Clay Timmons was happy with that set that time, or that point that time, we should say. And then Dumlau into the net and immediately Clay the emotion from Coach Timmons after the Wykowski swing that gets the point, and then the Dumlau serve into the net on an error was just, it was pretty good. 7-1 run here to open. Rothbach serving. Dumlau setting from well off the net. Nevileff, easy keep for Thomas. Delgado gets the set this time. She'll drive it in. Stay with Juliet Roth here. Roth has a service ace. Don't have game time stats in terms of the game, but Roth this season, her season high is 42 assists against Mission. She's, I would imagine, approaching the 20-point mark at this point, or the 20 assist mark, as much as she has run the offense. After a 7-0 run, Desert now on a 4-0 run of their own to close it to 7-4. Little inverse of the first set, which saw Desert get out to a huge 9-1 run. Nevileff that time will get credit for the kill. Substitutions as Amy Nono in to take over for Wykowski, heading back to swing. Or excuse me, to serve. Nono off the top of the tape. Roth inside set. Joust at the net, won by Duran. Canyons unable to make a good pass that time. Linder trying to dive and save it. Not much she could do. Linder will make first handle, but it wasn't a good pass that time from Linder. Service ace, and we'll stay with Leslie Delgado. Linder out, Addison DeGard in. Moreno this time handles serve. Canyons will set Nevilev, and it goes long. The late double that time from Thomas and Roth. Nevilev should have been able to drive that one to the back of the court, just had too much heat on it. Service ace off the tape. Wow. Lucky play for Desert. You'll take him any way you can get him here if you're Leslie Delgado. And we are even at 8-all after a 7-0 Canyons run. An 8-1 Desert run. Overpass on the serve. And Desert all of a sudden finds themselves a 1-point lead as Madison Duran drives it home on the overpass. And Clay Timmons says, all right, let's try and stop the bleeding. He will take a timeout. Each coach has used a timeout here in this third set, we should say. It's been a back and forward match. Desert a 25-18 first set victory. Canyons a 25-23 second set victory. And now Desert a 9-8 third set lead. Has been a interesting one so far here. Upcoming schedule on the Cougar Sports Network. Make sure you join us on Saturday, September 13th. Canyons, Riverside, first football game of the season. here from Cougar Field. Canyons 0-2, Riverside 1-1. Two teams that historically have been around the playoffs each and every year. We do battle. Then women's volleyball against a very good LA Mission team who we talked about already has beat Desert a couple of times, ranked inside the top 10. And then football back on the 12th, on the 20th against Pasadena City. And then we'll have more live stream scheduled for you, but we're waiting on what we want to do on the 26th. We have two games that day. Maybe not the 26th, the 23rd. I can't remember the date, but there's a scenario where we have women's soccer, or men's soccer and women's volleyball at the same time on the same day. I just can't remember the date off the top of my head. That's holding up our schedule. There's Nelson a chance. So 11 serving 8 here. The 26th is our next stream after that one on the 20th, but it'll either be women's volleyball or it'll be men's soccer. We're not sure yet. 12-8 in favor of Desert here. Twelve 9 now, Canyons. Back serving, trailing here is Caitlin Nelson serving. That's a good serve that dives down, and a great dig from Escobedo to keep the point alive, but Thomas with a swing error on a pass that was just a touch high for her. Thomas off speed that time. Canyon setting no-no. Well too deep for her. No-no doesn't do a lot of attacking. That's just her 7th attack opportunity of the season. I think it was just a little bit of a missed set from Dumlau. Miranda off the block will score the point for Canyons here. Back within 2. 13-11. Riley Booth back serving. 2 aces, 5 errors for Booth on the season. Doesn't have a lot of service time. Good inside set that time to Jackie Leon. Faith Robinson back in to serve. Miranda falling away. Overpass comes back over. Canyons will go inside to Madison Andrews. Kept up. Thomas had enough. Get it by the Canyons defense that time. Four-point advantage for Desert here. Canyons with the slide that time. And Madison Andrews closes it off. Haven't seen that run at all this year here at home. First time we've seen that slide play. Canyons inside, Desert inside that time. Leon finishes it off. Clary Thomas back to serve. Long set across the net for Wykowski. Now Wykowski, a tap back opportunity that was stuffed at the net by Juliet Roth. And Clay Timmons says timeout. Set has gotten away from Canyons here a little bit. They led 7-0 to start the set. Desert has since stormed out to a 17-12 advantage. We'll continue third set action when we come back here. Back to work here inside Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar cage. Wykowski with a finish. Allison Wykowski. Edison DeGard back to serve. (17-13) here in favor of Desert. Delgado has to just pop it across. Wykowski will give it a rip. Overpass. DeGard will set the offense back up. They go inside Nelson. Thomas again with another dig. Delgado never got it across the net. I was waiting to hear a whistle, and eventually they cave it. So 17-14, we stay with the Addie DeGard serve. Deep serve that time from DeGard. Leslie Delgado gets the finish. Double was there with Dumlow and Nelson, just couldn't press up along the net enough. Escobedo back serving. Nelson trying to call for a touch at the net. We likely won't be able to tell here, but we'll look on the slow-mo. Maybe might have been one there, but regardless, no replay. Point goes to Desert. Canyons trying to get organized now offensively on a second opportunity, and that time Wykowski finishes it off. Good finish that time from Desert. To work here inside Lee Smelser Court of the Cougar cage. Wykowski with a finish. He'll give it a rip. Overpass. DeGard will set the offense back up. They go inside Nelson. Thomas again with another dig. Delgado never got it across the net. It was regardless. No replay. Point goes to Desert. Canyon's trying to get organized now offensively on a second opportunity, and that time Wykowski finishes it off. 21-16 here, Desert. Leslie Delgado back serving. Miranda tries to let one fly. Went off the tape, and Escobedo with a nice dig, but then Desert had two players run into one another. Delgado and Roth bumped into each other that time, both trying to play the ball over. Long set for Thomas, blocked at the net. Thomas again will roll it over. Canyons will set Miranda high off the block. Thomas partially blocked. Nevilev back over. Long rally back and forward here. Nevilev's soft touch goes off speed. Now Andrews gets enough to get the point. Long rally that time. Andrews didn't hit it hard, but had enough. Make it 21-18. Roth a couple of times. Good battle. That's a way to battle. Both sides on that last point. Leaving everything out there. Nelson back serving, an error. So Eddie DeGard will check back in to defend here on serve receive. Isabella Rosales back serving for Desert. Miranda from the 3-meter line able to find a hole. Riley Booth in serving. 22-19, Desert leading. Match tied at a set apiece. Side set to Leon that time. Canyons scouted it. Now Booth from the 3-meter line kept up. Thomas, little side swipe swing. That'll allow Canyons to set Miranda. And she missed it off the top of the net and wide. (23-19). Faith Robinson serving. There was a touch at the net, so the point's still alive here. And Canyons will get a clean point out of it. Lucky break for the Cougars that time. As Dunlop tried to go on two, was stuffed at the net, but then was swift enough with her hands to pop the ball back in the air after it was touched by a Desert blocker. And then Desert just a miss on the set. Keeps Canyons within 3, but now Desert serving for the third set here. Thomas back serving. DeGard handles. Wykowski will give it a rip. Should keep the point of the set alive for the moment. Dragons will need to serve successfully the next 3 points to keep this set alive. DeGard sends long. Thomas from the back row. DeGard digs it out. Wykowski trying to punch it over, but the set was too tight to the net. Desert gets the point. Desert takes the third set. 25-21. We'll go to the fourth set when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Come back in here as we continue into the fourth set. Juliet Roth into serve and starts things off with an ace for Desert. Desert a 2-1 lead, trying to get their 8th win of the season. Canyon's trying to avoid a 5-match losing streak. Neverleft popped it over. Linder keeps that one alive. Miranda to the deep part of the floor, scores the point for Canyons. Caitlin Nelson back serving, even at 1 apiece here. Nelson with a service ace. Nope, actually scratch that, they give it to Desert. The line official pointed down, but the chair umpire said absolutely not. That's the job at the chair, and then a miscommunication from Canyons. 3-1 here in this 4th set. Never left. Riley Booth sends long. Two in favor of Desert here. Canyons has not been able to get organized. They finally do on the offensive side here in this 4th set. Slide that time working well for the Cougars as they ran the slide with Adriana Pecos that time. Horwedel back serving for Canyons. Thomas blocked at the net. Dumlau and Pecos were there. Stay with Horwedel. Put it into the tape. So 6-4 Desert advantage here. Wykowski that time. Service ace for Canyons. As we're even at 6 now, as DeGard with the ace. Thomas having to run in on the swing that time. Didn't get a lot on it. Wykowski trying to go off speed. Thomas high off the block. Overpass from Wykowski. Point kept alive. Both sides battling. Wykowski able to finish it. Got a back and forward match so far. Desert took the third set 25-21. Aaron's attack on two that time by Roth. Aaron passing that time from Desert. Two touches going to be called on Roth. Detlev Roth wants a timeout. Canyons with a 9-6 advantage here in this fourth set, trailing 2-1.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Out of the timeout, Desert sits Clary Thomas. She's tough to stop from situations like that. Canyons goes Caitlin Nelson off the Thomas serve. Desert just has to play a free ball over. Now Wykowski with a tip across. Thomas from the back row. Boy, oh boy, Thomas with a big swing that time. You see why they sent her so much. And then errored into the tape on the serve. Get our score right here. 10-8 in favor of Canyons. Morgan Dumla back serving. Delgado high off the block. Nobody there for Canyons on follow-up help. Isabella Rosales back serving now. Nevileff off the block. Got it through and down. Amy Nono back to serve. Sophia Miranda back on the floor. Sammy Linder out there as well, as she rotates in as the libero here. Good serve from Nono. Tough handle. Canyons will get a free ball opportunity. They'll set Miranda, who drives down the line on the strong side for a Canyons point. (12-9) Canyons in the lead. Nono with a service ace. Error from Desert that time on communication on the serve. Escobedo back in. They'll set Thomas, no touch given. You see Thomas long this time, well over the top of the net. stay with Amy Nono here. 14-9 now, Canyons. Good diving dig from Linder. Nevileff to try and finish the point. No. As Escobedo digs it out. Now Thomas from deep. Linder will have to play setter this time. Miranda stuffed. Good job by the double that time to make sure Miranda couldn't do much with it. Juliet Roth back serving. Sends deep that time. 5-point advantage here in the fourth set for Canyons. Here's Caitlin Nelson now. Back serving for Canyons. Roth set Delgado. Canyons able to keep it off the floor and get it over. Now Delgado again, blocked and rolled on the tape. Now Thomas from the back row, blocked at the net. That one rolled over. Canyons will get a chance here on an attack. Thomas digs it out. Delgado tools off the block. Good tool that time from Delgado. Seeing the double from Nevileff and Dumlau being there. And Delgado now back to serve. Nevileff will rip that one into the back portion of the court. Keeps the advantage at 5 for Canyons. That serve traveled long. Escobedo back serving. She'll have an ace. 3-point Canyons advantage here in the fourth set. 16-13. The guard this time handles. Canyons trying to get organized. A little awkward point here. Free ball played over. Now the Cougars will have a chance. Good dig from Desert. Good free ball played back. Dumlau on 2, no. Thomas to try and finish the point. No keeps it alive. Now Miranda full stride in will finish it off. Boy, a scramble point if there was one. There's been a lot of those here in this match. Canyons got the better of that one, leading 17-13. Georgia Horwadell and Allison Wykowski onto the floor. Nono and Miranda off. Horwadell back serving. Thomas through the block and down. Gibbs Robinson serving it across. Canyons will set Wykowski. Thomas with a tip. Horwadell with a dig. Wykowski off the bump set from deep, plays it across. Now Thomas a full swing. No stopping Clary Thomas when she gets a full rip at it. especially with just a single and a late single at that, as Dumlau was trying to scramble across the net to even get some sort of presence there. Dumlau on 2 with an attack. You see that often. Watch Dumlau go up, drives it down. Nothing that Desert could do. Now DeGard back serving. Robinson handles. Thomas had to stop her drive towards. Horwedel then mishandles the ball played over. Still a free ball opportunity kind of bouncing around. Another scramble point. Thomas, good tool off the tip that time. Just a very smart attack from Thomas. You can see tools it run off the double there on the power tip, and she'll go back to serve, but put it into the tape. 20-16 in favor of Canyons here. Morgan Dumlau back serving. She is the most dangerous Cougar from the line this season. In terms of potential on the aces. Kowski a little sprawling dig. Nevileff off the Nelson bump. Long. Desert will get the point, keep it within 2. Isabella Rosales checking in for Jackie Leon. Wykowski blocked. Thomas blocked. Durant dug out. Nevileff, same overpass. Wykowski off the top of the net. Canyons will get the point out of it. Another scramble point. At least the 5th one here. Timeout called by Detlef Roth. It's at least the 5th scramble point here in this set. As both teams hustling for every point. Canyons with a 20-17 4th set advantage. Amy Nono back serving, 20-17, trying to send this to a 5th set. And it's 5 points away from doing just that. Thomas handles. Delgado tools it off the block and out onto the near side. Juliet Roth back serving, 2-point Canyons advantage. Roth a service ace. To 19 now. Roth still back serving. Clay Timmons takes a timeout here. I think the discrepancy was on how many timeouts each side has. The last signal I saw was both teams had one. So Clay Timmons should still have one. It's actually Detlef Roth who has no timeouts remaining here in this fourth set. Free ball played across. Canyons couldn't handle the serve. Nevilev from the 3-meter line. Got it. So Canyons retains a 2-point advantage here. Another scramble of a point. Nelson back serving here for Canyons. Mishandled that time by Rosales, so free ball played across. Miranda across court, missed it long. One-point advantage here, 21-20, Canyons leading. Leslie Delgado back to serve. Nevilev dug out. Good dig by Juliet Roth. Thomas into the block. Good follow-up help that time from Hanley. Thomas tips. Goes into the net on the pass from Canyons, and we're even at 21 here. And now Clay Timmons will use his last timeout of this fourth set. So this is an important set for Canyons. You need it to extend the match to a fifth. Nevilev into the block out of the timeout. Now Miranda stuffed at the net. Duran was in on it, along with Hanley. (22-21) now. Desert closing in on their 8th win of the season. Chatovich handles. Inside to Pekis, but she never got it over the net. Two points away for Desert here with Delgado serving. Nevilev off speed. Riley Booth back serving. Canyons needs a little run, trailing by 1 here. Booth. Strong serve into the back portion of the court. Thomas from deep. Booth digs it out. Dumlau tried to tap it over. Roth just plays it back across. Now Dumlau will set. Chadovic blocked. Dumlau on 2 just pops it over so Canyons can try and get organized defensively. Roth, the back row swing. Now free ball played over. Dumlau on 2 that time into a tight space. And then Thomas finishes it off. Escobedo made a huge dig on that 2. Looked like she hurt herself in the process. But Thomas finished it off, and Escobedo will serve for the match here. And that is the match, 25-22. 3 sets to 1. Desert takes it over College of the Canyons. We thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Sports Network. It was a good one. We hope you join us on Saturday for football. College of the Canyons, Riverside City College here from Cougar Stadium. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.